A lot of times here in the office, there's music playing on the new JBL speaker. And if there's music playing, there's a good chance that either myself, Silas, or Gabriel is dancing to the music. I used to wonder why I never saw Elijah dancing when we had music playing, but recently I found out the answer to that question.
I can't find the beat or the rhythm.
We just found out that Elijah cannot clap to the beat of a song.
Well, I've known since high school.
So we're trying to see what we can do about it. Oh. He's doing it.
Am I doing it?
Oh. You screwed it up. All right, here it comes. Join me.
Give me another song.
I can't.
It's hopeless.
Seen in love studio, tell stories, but behind it all, there's really only one. We wanna be free, we wanna be loved, we wanna be seen, we wanna be loved.
In 2020, I was trying to decide whether or not to stay in Waco or move back to Europe and live that football YouTuber lifestyle. It was much more appealing. But I felt like God said to me, stay in Waco and tell my stories. And that's when I started making videos for other people. And I think in some way I was telling his stories that way. But I think this way that we're doing it right now with the testimonies is the most direct way that I feel like I'm answering that call of his to stay in Waco and tell his stories.
Hey, my name is Chris, and I'm here to share my testimony today. Nothing comes without sacrifice. I mentioned in my testimony, I'm an attorney, and so it's Friday, now it's 4:30. If you ever become an attorney, you'll know the billable hour grind and the pressure we feel to be working every minute. I've said, hey, it is so much more important that I come share my testimony than I go build 2-3 more hours.
People are hungry for authenticity right now, and a lot of media out there, whether it be social media or YouTube or whatever, right, it seems very scripted and very unauthentic. And when you have something completely unedited, it's like, oh, this is like not scripted. This is totally just how it is, whatever they're saying. Whether they cry, laugh, fart. We're trying to focus on sharing, not preaching. And so you just share your experiences, and even if they seem small or unimportant, like, oh, I'm not a, ex-drug addict or something like that. But reality is, like, most people aren't ex-drug addicts. So it's like, it's very relatable going through something like, I feel inadequate. Other people don't think that other people struggle with that. They're like, I'm the only one in this.
There's this feeling of, man, I haven't suffered that much. I don't have a testimony worth sharing. And that is so far from the truth. My testimony has portions that are relatable, I hope, to anyone. But most people live a life with less suffering. And so your testimony is going to connect with more people, in my opinion. We're all unique. I mean, if every snowflake is unique, if God knows every star by name we talked about, your testimony is unique. You've got something different to you, to what you've done, the way you've been raised, the way you've grown up, how you've experienced God, how you've sought God, how you came to know God. I mean, I'll tell you, I'm willing to listen to anyone's testimony. I don't care what you've been through, where you've been. I don't care that I've been through what I've been through, the suffering I've been through. I want to hear your testimony. I want to hear how you came to know God.
The interview with Chris went great. He is the second person that I've interviewed for a testimony. I know he felt that it was beneficial for him to practice giving his testimony, but it was also super helpful for me to practice asking questions and facilitating a conversation that tells the story of his testimony.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, the heart behind these is, and the reason why you're a great candidate for this and why I thought of you in the first place is because we've talked about this a lot, about just how the church just needs more people who are just willing to be honest. I think what matters most to us with these stories is that they're just real. I don't want it to be sugar-coated. I don't want it to push a certain message. I mean, ultimately, God's story will come out in people's real testimonies. Like, this is what happened to me in my life. The good, the bad, the ugly, the raw, real truth. And in it, God's story unfolds.
Yeah. How do you feel immediately after sharing your testimony in such depth?
I felt I still had so much to share.
Yeah. We went for an hour. We probably could have gone for 3 or 4.
Yeah, I felt I had so much to share. I felt I struggled with detail. I struggled on knowing the level of detail to go into. Especially like, I don't want to say the gory details, but like the things that I don't often relive. When I would apply to various things, they would often ask you to share your testimony in those things, because I was applying to biblical-based things. And I didn't know how to share my testimony without the details. Like, as the younger me, and now as I'm older, I don't know how to go back into the details. It's a funny way it's circled.
We've kind of been trying different things throughout the years. Originally, it was like some podcast, and then we tried a little bit of God stories, but it wasn't what it is now. When you have a podcast, it's usually you have an expert on something, or they know a lot about something, and you're listening to it to gain knowledge. That's my dad. So we're not trying to preach to you. We're just like, here it is, here's stories, real stories about people struggling with real things.
I am excited to share my testimony at some point in the future. I'm also kind of nervous just because I don't know if I will communicate everything clearly, and there's just a lot of stuff that I don't usually talk about. It feels uncomfortable. But all that goes back to just trusting God with the outcome, just being willing and open to share, letting Him communicate the message through me and get that out to other people who might need to hear it.
Obviously, we want people to watch them, and we'd love for tons of people to see them. But I think our true heart is for the one. If one person watches this video and feels like there's hope, feels like they're not alone, then it's worth it. It definitely is enticing to want to get a bunch of views and grow and build this huge platform. But if that never happens, so be it. We'll do it for the one.
We wanna